That's the point when Seudat Shlishit can work. Half an hour after Chatzot Hayom. Ve'im asau kodem lachen lo kiyem mitzvah Seudat Shlishit. And the Shulchan Aruch explains that someone did Seudat Shlishit prior to this time, he did not fulfill the obligation of Seudat Shlishit. There's some poskim that say you can do all three at night, but the Chatchila we try to juxtapose each Seudah after a tefillah. So we have Arvit, Seudah of the night, Shachrit and Musaf, Seudah Shniya, Mincha, Seudah Shlishit. That's how we try to structure our days. Now, what about is the famous question? Do you have an obligation to eat bread? So very quickly, Kashem sheSeudah Rishona v'Shnia chiyuvan bepat, kach Seudah Shlishit tzarich lasota bepat. Same way. The first two meals you have to have bread. So too by the third one you should have bread. Sharich chiyuv shalosh seudot nilmad mima shemar beman. The idea, the essence, the origin of three meals on Shabbat is derived from the Pesukim in regarding to the man, but in the Midbar. Three times it says the word hayom. Shalosh פעמים hayom כנגד שלוש סעודות, והמן היה במקום הפת שנאמר הוא הלחם אשר נתן השם לכם לאוכלה. We know the man was in place of bread, and three times it says hayom. From there, the Chachamim learned out as an obligation to have three seudot with bread on Shabbat. Gam Seudat Shelishit yesh l'mtzua al lechem mishneh. We've explained this already as well. Even by Seudat Shelishit, you should do with lechem mishneh. You should have two loaves of bread when making hamotzi. And we'll finish off with this. Im hu saveh beyoter. If you're very full, ve'i efshar lo la'asota bepat, and you can't do it with bread, yikayemena bekezait uga. You should have a kezait of cake, or b'tavshil asu min chamesh min nedagan, or some sort of mezanot product that you can make mezanot on. V'yesh omrim af bebasar v'dagim. And some say you can even do it with meat or fish. And if you can't even do it with this, you're full. Think of the winter Shabbat that our Seudah Shniya is very late, and then there's not enough time to have Seudah Shlishit. You can do it with these with fruit as well. And if you can't, you're fully stuffed to the brim, or you're not feeling well, you're sick, you don't have to make yourself sick to have Seudat Shlishit. You're patur from it. You don't have to cause any tsar to yourself. V'achacham enav berosho shelo yimale bitno b'seudat haboker ela yaniach makom d'usat Shlishit. This is a famous line in the Shulchan Aruch that the wise person will foresee what to do, and he shouldn't stuff himself earlier and leave room for Seudat Shlishit. It's just important to note that Rabbi Chaim very often at his age he tries to avoid extra seudot, and very often he learns Torah instead. He teaches Torah instead of having Seudat Shlishit. A, because he says he can't have so much bread, it's not good for him. But B, he says that the Torah is Ikar, and if you're learning Torah, you don't need to necessarily stop to do Seudat Shlishit. Just to point Rabbi Chaim's opinion that he per se isn't so strict on having bread. He very often does it with fruit or other types of mezanot. But ideally, if you can, if you're young and you're healthy, it's very nice to do so. Have a wonderful day.